Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Bitcoin market review for the 9th of December 2022. And before we get into the price action, we have to look at the economic calendar because yesterday we had high impact news events at two different occasions. First, the 8:30 a.m., the PPI, which is quite a high impact news event. And if we look at the price action, we're going to see that. And then at 10 a.m., the prelim consumer sentiment, which doesn't have as much impact as the PPI numbers. So if we look at the chart, this big down close candle right here, this is the high impact news event at 8:30, and then you can see there is a bigger up close candle here with with a high wick to the upside and a wick to the downside. That's the 10 a.m. news event. But you already can see the 8:30 news event has way more impact on price than the 10 a.m. news event does. But okay, with that said, I think we should get right into the setups. And the first setup I want to show you is a 15-minute setup. Just that you think about how it's best to show you guys. But first I want to just mark that out. You can see a lot of are relatively equal highs right here, and then here we have kind of an uptrend starting. So price here breaks this high and also this high right here, so we have a uptrend. So we want to look for longs. Then we can see this move up here. Price came already very close to these highs, so we kind of expect price to move up further. And then what price did is it came back down beautifully into a fair value gap. If I can draw it out, yeah, I managed to do so. Okay, fair value gap. Also now use the fib tool. I'm gonna draw that out as well. Okay, so you can see price pushes up and then retraces down into a fair value gap, which is quite in a deep discount. And it also touches the down close candle quite nicely. If you look at it, it only wicks into it. This is the down close candle, which is the order block. Only wicks into it once, and I think it touches it another time on this down close candle. And you can see price starts to reverse. And then on this candle, it actually does two things. It runs these highs and it comes back down into this order block. Now we just have to look in which order it does so. If it first pushes up and then comes down, or if it's the other way around. Okay, lower time frame. Okay, there we can see it. It first runs up, takes out the highs, which would have been our target, and then it comes back down and reverses. And this is not even a high impact news event. This is like 7:40, so or 7:45. But it runs those highs beautifully, so it delivers our target, which we would have had for this setup. As you know, we're already in the uptrend, and there is like buy side liquidity above equal highs, so we expect it to run that, and it does so quite beautifully. And yeah, just a nice 15-minute setup. Okay, and actually we have some more setups which go, or another setup which kind of goes for the up move right here on a low time frame, but we'll get to that in a second. First I have to show you a setup at around 1:30 a.m. Okay, so this setup is on the 3-minute, and now we actually have to draw this somewhere else. So you can see on Thursday what it did prior to the close, price pushed up and broke market structure right here, broke this high. So we are looking for longs, and we can see there is a huge fair value gap left behind. I'll draw it out like this, huge fair value gap. And so we are, after the open, we can draw out the fib tool like this, draw it out all the way over here. And you can see price then pushes down and stays around the 0.5 lines or around equilibrium for quite some time, you know, pushes below it, stays above it for a while, pushes below it, stays above it, and then it pushes down once more where it goes fully into the order block. First it fully fills the fair value gap, then it goes quite deep into the order block, and then it starts to reverse and push higher. So it took quite a while to play out. If we look at it from the first time it dropped in a discount, which it did right here, and until it left it, that's 1.5 hours. So it took quite a while. And then you can see it doesn't go straight away up, because it actually comes back down into this fair value gap once more. Right here, you know, comes back down, boom, perfectly touches the bottom of the fair value gap, where also now this order block resides. So it touches that, and then it starts to push up, and this is the first up push we have, where it came close to the highs. This is the 15-minute setup. Then it pushes down into this fair value gap once more, reverses, and then eventually it pushes up to take out the equal highs. So yeah, very nice setup on the 3-minute. And this could have given you an entry to the whole setup, and yeah, but you would have been in very early. Like, let's assume you would have been in here, and until delivery where the highs are taken, that's 7 hours. Quite a long trade time for a 3-minute setup, but hey, if it works, you can't be mad. Okay, so I said we have a setup which can catch you some of this, or catch you the up move on the lower time frame, and it is on the 1 minute. And it is right in here, or actually multiple setups, 2 setups actually, on the 1 minute we can look at. So first, I want to show to you, this is where the entry in the 15-minute would have been. Drop down into this area where the 15-minute order block resides, consolidation, tightening consolidation, then the expansion to the upside. And here where the first expansion is, we actually have the first setup. So right after price left the consolidation, pushes up, and then it comes back down into, I mean, it's a super tiny fair value gap. Okay, I even have to zoom in further. Okay, and you see price pushes back down into a discount, touches the down close candle right here, which is the order block, and then it immediately continues higher, or it stays here for a couple of candles, and then immediately it pushes up higher. So this is the first setup with which you could have entered this up move. Then we can see price pushes up higher, another consolidation, another expansion, then a little bit of a reversal where it comes back down into this consolidation, you know. And if you feel comfortable with it, you can also journal something like this, where you have this setup right here from the consolidation up, and then price comes back down to touch the consolidation, or these order blocks right here, touch the consolidation, then it continues up higher. But I personally do not journal something like this, because I want to focus on cleaner setups. And there is actually a clean setup right after we pushed away from the consolidation again. So that's quite a nice setup right here. We can see, actually just want to draw out this fair value gap, and then I'll talk a little more. Okay, so we have a market structure break again right here. You know, we had a little bit of a downtrend which came back down to the consolidation, and then price reversed, breaking this high and actually also this high. And then price comes back down into a discount, goes into this fair value gap, so pushes through this down close candle, touches this fair value gap, and then stays around equilibrium for a couple of candles. Right here, you can see stays around equilibrium, and then eventually it starts the up push, and this is the last up push which saw us run the highs, or run the highs. You can see this is the last up push where we ran those equal highs. And yeah, quite a nice setup on the 1 minute, or actually 2 setups on the 1 minute. Prior to run up, and then we can see we had the reversal, Actually, I want to jump on to the 5-minute chart now. So we had the up push, then the down move. This is the reversal. We come back up and then we start a downtrend. And here at 8:30 we have the high impact news event, which saw us push lower. And then price usually takes a while after the news event until, you know, it settles a bit. So here it pushes up, down into this wick once more, and then it starts a little bit of a retracement to the upside, which pretty much fills the whole fair value gap right here on the 5-minute. No, up right here fills it, and then here it reverses. So you can see we have high, low, higher high, higher low, and then we have the reversal with the shift in market structure right here. We break this low, we have a nice fair value gap. Also, you can see this is quite a big down close candle, so we have displacement, and this is the ICT YouTube mentorship model. And you can see price pretty much delivers it immediately. Price pushes down, immediately pushes up to fill the fair value gap with this candle right here. Fills the fair value gap, touches the up close candle right here, which is the order block, and then it starts to move down. I mean, it actually does move into the fair value gap a couple more times here, and then eventually it breaks down here and continues the up move, continues the down move until it reaches this low, and yeah, this low right here, you know, takes out this low, and then we have another reversal right here. But at this time the indices, or the you know, ES, Nasdaq, these markets are closed at this point, and then price consolidates a little bit. And I'm not gonna look for a setup in here as it's pretty slow, you know, Friday afternoon, pretty slow movement, so it's not worth looking for setups you can journal in here. So yeah, that has been all the setups from yesterday. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, leave a like, and as usual, if you have any suggestions of what you want to see, maybe some specific pairs you want to see, just let me know in the comment section down below, and yeah, I'll get to it. Okay, so yeah, I wish you guys a nice weekend. I hope you're well, and yeah, I hope I see you guys again. Have a nice one. Bye.